Hey, I want to just share real quick. I'm having some new feelings after my session yesterday at therapy. And it was so interesting because, so I'm just going to give you the backstory. My dad reached out early in December-ish. We had some back and forth. Ended up with me for the first time, like, writing an email to him because he told me he was sad that we weren't in touch. And I wrote him an email explaining what I'm going through and what I've been going through for the last 100,000 million years, which is my life because I'm old. And basically I was saying, if we're going to have a relationship, my experience, what I'm going through, that needs to be part of the relationship. It's not really a relationship if I cannot have myself. To which it was a heavy email because I also shared some of the things that made me think I've been molested by him. So I get that it was not an easy email to read, but when he is so consistent that he wants a relationship, hope we can get back to normal, fuck normal. And then his response to my email was, I don't think I'm going to reply to this one. I'm like, oh, surprise. Well, so I sent that email to him and got an answer within like a few hours on the day after my birthday, Tuesday last week. And I was weird for the rest of the week. And I kind of had a feeling like I'm probably dissociated. I'm probably in some kind of shock. Like I'm probably struggling with this. But I'm like, I'm fine. I'm fine. And I was trying to kind of just like catch what's going on because I can't remember having felt like this before. And not like, because it was more flavors to it than just the dissociation and and the shock. So I booked a session. I had therapy on yesterday, Saturday, and I told him, like, we always lay the table at the beginning of the session, and I was telling him I feel like I'm not present, the dissociation. I feel like I'm in a part trying to understand what's going on. I don't know what part that is. I feel like I've been cloaked with some kind of like filter or something, and I feel like there's a really like ugly or nasty part in the background. I don't really know much about it. I just kind of like know it's there. And so I think he chose, or we both kind of just like, okay, tactic seems to be, I think he asked in the beginning of the session if the nasty part was present enough for me to drop into it, and it wasn't. So we're kind of just like talking around it, waiting for an opening. And I think at some point I'm like, well, it's in the background, and he's like, do we have access? And I'm like, more talking. And so there is 10 minutes left of the session. I'm like, wow, the part's mad now that it didn't get any time. And it's like, literally felt like a set of doors, not one but like two, and it kicks, so the door slams open and it's just standing in the doorway screaming. That was the image I had. So I moved to the right, which is what we do when I'm going into a part. I move in the chair, So I moved to the right and moved into the part, and I am angry. And went a little bit over, so we spent 15 minutes in that part before we wrapped up. And it was such, I mean, I'm in touch with that part now. I can feel it in my energy. And it was so interesting. Like, so clear, so I'm done. Like, I just wanna, like that. And at some point he asks me, like, if this energy was an animal, like what kind of animal? And I'm like, well, it's a male lion. Because the lion roars. And it takes a stand. Takes a stance. It's very unapologetic. And at the same time, it had a flavor of the lioness. So the female one. Because I've seen these AI videos lately of the lion, the male one. He is snoring, he's sleeping, he's snoring, and she is lying next to him, and she's like rolling her eyes almost, like, because he's snoring so loud. So she just takes the paw and smacks him, like, shut the fuck up, go away with that snoring, that kind of energy. So it felt like a mix of those. And then he kept saying, my practitioner kept saying, like, so you want to tell the truth? You want to tell the truth? And I've been thinking, like, about, like, that's kind of what I want to talk about. Like, I've been reflecting on that energy. And it was interesting as well, because when I got back to the middle seat, like my center self, and I could feel, like, because when I was in that part, I kept being like my adult self, like this one. Don't like her, don't want anything to do with that. Like, she's like mousy, she's too meek, she's making, like, she doesn't want to make, like, rock the boat, she doesn't want to make anyone upset. And this is a big fear or big deal for me. Like, I have this thing, like, I'm not allowed to have my own perspective. I'm not allowed to think someone is weak. Like, I'm not allowed to have that, because it should be an objective if they aren't weak, or by objective standards, or if they don't think they're weak, they probably have a reason why they did what they did. Like, I think I'm just so used to the other person's perspective and experience is more valid, and their truth is, like, their experience is the truth. So it's always me really, like, trying to accommodate someone else's reality and perspective to the point I don't have my own, and I don't even know that I don't have my own, in a way. And when I'm talking, I'm itching. It's making me mad. I think my parents really did a number on me. Like, I have moments where I'm like, wow, my parents are not normal, healthy people. they messed me up. Like, I'm so used to mistreatment. I don't know anything else. Like, I don't know anything else. I don't know kindness. I don't know it. It's not in my baseline. It's not in me. It's not in my experience. Not on that deep emotional level. But when I came back to my center, and I felt the energies blending, because I felt like I stepped back into that mousy, meek, making excuses, making, like, oh, I understand them, I don't matter, don't make anyone upset. Stepping into that energy, and the remnants of that lion energy that I had been in, and the fear of not being able to embody that lion energy more, because the conditioning is so strong. I was afraid it was going to just drown out in a way. Seems like it didn't, not so far at least, because I can feel it now. But like one reflection I had this morning when I was writing my morning pages, like the male lion, he is so, like the first words that came to me actually was colonialism, and like the entitlement, white entitlement. Like, it's this, I want that, so I'm going to take that. It's no regard for who I don't care about if it affects anyone in the process. Like, it's not even fuck them. It's just, that's mine and I'm going to take that. Don't care. And it kind of like, when I'm thinking about the male lion, I kind of feel like he just walks around and living his best life, and he's like, I want that, and he takes that. He wants to fuck that lioness, he'll go for that. It will be her job to fight him if she doesn't want to get fucked. And I'm like, that's nasty, that's disgusting. Like, I don't want to be that kind of person. So I'm having parts struggling with this energy, which makes perfect sense, but I was thinking when that came to mind, I was thinking, well, I should change the animal to something more accurate so I can get out of that one. But I can't. Like, I can't and won't. Because there is something in that energy of, it's kind of like similar to a queen or a king, or like the Sultan series that I was watching, Magnificent Century. Everything is brought in front of them, and it's like, nah. It's not, oh, that's really kind of you to bring that, but that's not really the taste. It's just, nah. It's not politeness about it. It's not politeness about it. Like, it goes back to, like, I'm not allowed to have my own opinions or values, or this point is, I don't understand it. That's why I'm getting like thoughtful and fussy about it. Fussy as in I can't think, really. I don't understand the connections. So it's almost like I'm afraid of saying something that is negative or judgmental, and then the other person will be like, I don't know what, I'm having a hard time with this. But then today I was going for a date. I stood up, of course, because it's my favorite thing. See, already me saying that, being jaded, and kind of like, I don't know if it's bitterness or jadedness, like, I'm not positive about it. In my mind, there is like, don't be like that. People don't like that kind of energy. That's this old me. That's my conditioning. And this lion energy is like, fuck them then. Fuck them, because this is how I feel, and I want to be negative, so then I'm going to be. It's not cool being stood up. I can't even talk. Who gives a fuck? Like, and when he texted me, when I'm already dressed up, there, waiting, I could have fucking spent my day doing something else. So I'm there 10 minutes before he's supposed to show up. He's like, I can't show, I'm sorry. And old me would have been, because he said he didn't feel good. I'm like, oh wow, of course, that's okay. Like, I'm so sorry. Are you okay? Do you need anything? Like, I would have been like that. And today me was like, I was just like, fuck that. I'm upset. And I was feeling like both the conditioning, the old me, and this lion energy. And I'm like, if I am going to embody this, I'm going to just I just have to do it, as uncomfortable as it feels. And I'm like, and you're telling me 10 minutes before, and I'm already here waiting for you. Cool. Like, that's a kind of like not a nice message in my book to send. But that's what I did. And I'm just thinking like about how much this can save me, this energy. How many times I don't want to give something a second thought. I don't want to like think about it to calm down. I want to just have a reaction and have the reaction. No matter how it's perceived, because fuck them then. Fuck them. It's almost like it requires people to be okay in themselves and with themselves, and be able to understand what's going on and love me also when I bite. I think I'm just used to, if I say even the slightest wrong thing, and who knows what is the wrong thing today? God knows. They don't even know themselves. But if I say that wrong thing, no way I can rely on them being like holding it together, loving me anyway, like being like, oh okay, what's going on with you, or oh, that really brought up a reaction in me. No, none of that. It would just be me. I lose the connection, that's it. Good job getting it back. Work for it. That would be my dad's life mantra. How many times I had to sweet talk, beg, crawl when he was pouting to get back into his good graces. He would act like a child. Cross his arms, turn around, pout. Fucking whiny. Fucking pathetic. Fucking disgusting. Fucking... Ugh. These are the things that needs to come out. I asked my practitioner, like I've been talking with one of my friends. Well, I also blocked one of my closest friends a few days ago because fuck her and fuck that friendship. But I was talking to my practitioner like, where's my rage? Where's my sacred rage that people talk about? Where is it? Because I want it. Like, I'm done. He's like, well, I think it's just turn against yourself. It's like turn inwards. I'm like, that's a waste of resources. Turning it against myself. But this lion part, is not that. Maybe the antidote, maybe the doorway to the rage. Maybe it is the rage. Like, I don't know. Part of the puzzle, at least. I just wanna get to the point where I can stand in front of someone and tell them, don't be stupid. What you're saying is stupid. It's stupid. And still, if it is my partner, still love them. And he still loves me. And he can take that without all being hurt in his feelings. And go pout like my fucking dad. Duh. No, there's so much more life in this. There's so much more life in being able to say, fuck you. Fuck you. So my practitioner said, give time. Give time to this energy. Like, that was his response when I said, I'm scared of my conditioning, like, quashing this one. And he said, give it airtime. Like, however, in writing, in sitting with it, in give it its own YouTube channel, like something. So here I am, being a good girl, doing the homework. That's a good idea though. Like, man, can you feel how different I am in this energy? If you watched me for a while, it feels so different. But I said when I was, I'm talking so much. While I was in that part, I said, I want people to goddamn listen to me. Like, people should listen. My practitioner said, I agree. And I said, because I have important things to say. He said, I agree. I agree. And I also said, I am not perfect. I am not perfect. I make mistakes too. It's so hard when you're coming from the upbringing I'm coming from. Like, giving myself permission to be all that I am, because it means being less filtered, which means increasing the potential of making mistakes or saying things that are hurtful, and then I have to apologize. And that position, hurting someone, doing something wrong, triggers such an avalanche of shame. Like, I'm going to be rejected, I'm losing the relationship now. It's so scary to get to that place. Like, it's almost like you have to build enough foundation to be able to even open up the door for that. Yeah, that's it. I'm going to leave now. Fuck my fucking date. Can't show up. You know, he was supposed to take the train probably around 11. And we were supposed to meet at 1. Him texting me 10 minutes before 1. He could have texted me when he knew he wasn't going to take the train. Would have been around 11. And if that had happened, I wouldn't be here though. So I'm glad for this. But I would have been in the sauna. And that would have been nice. Dickhead. These are the new things I'm saying. Yeah. I'm going to sit with the shame probably after posting this.